Hey folks, Stacy Cochran here, and I'm going to do one final review of the Nanrobot D5 Plus before I return it for a full refund this afternoon. So it is May 20th, 2019. I received it on a Friday in mid-April. I was able to operate it for one day with one charge. I charged it overnight on a Friday, then on Saturday came out. It was fully charged. I was super pumped and excited to check out this new scooter. Rode it for a couple of hours on a Saturday, ran the battery down. Everything seemed to be operating as it should. I went to charge it on that Saturday after the original purchase and heard a loud electrical pop sound like that, which did not sound normal or safe. I can assure you that I did not get electrocuted whenever this happened. I left it plugged in overnight. I was a new owner, didn't know exactly what was going on with the scooter and figured, well, it must still be charging. I want to give the company the benefit of the doubt. Maybe something I'm doing is wrong with it. And so left it charging overnight between Saturday and then Sunday, came out and the battery had not charged at all. In fact, there are very few, noticeably few negative reviews or objective reviews of this scooter that I was able to find that didn't seem of a marketing or promotional nature. We went back and forth for about a week trying to troubleshoot the problem. They seemed to keep suggesting that the problem was my fault. After about a week with the repair, I texted to see what the status of the repairs were. And they said, no worries, we're fixing the problem. It does seem to be more complicated than a faulty charging port. In fact, what they communicated was that the battery protection device inside of the scooter was coming on, which it shouldn't have been. The headlight had been broken in the shipping back to the vendor for repair, and that they had to ship off for that part from China. After 3.5 weeks, I finally got the repaired scooter back to me. You can watch the video of me unboxing that scooter on YouTube. So I unboxed the scooter. It was able to turn on, but I immediately noticed that the battery was critically low. It was at 1 bar and about 43 volts, 42 volts, which is pretty low for the scooter, pretty much running on an empty tank. And so I went to plug the scooter in. This is now the repaired version of the scooter. Went to plug it in, same pop, loud electrical sound. Again, fortunately, I didn't get electrocuted. There was no battery that exploded, but the charger, again, was displaying a green light, despite the battery being critically low. I'm frustrated at this point, but thinking, okay, maybe it's still charging. I want to give this company yet again the benefit of the doubt. I've spent almost $1,700 and literally dozens and dozens of hours trying to get this thing to work at this point, so I have some investment in it. So I left it charged overnight, yet again, came back out the next morning. The battery was actually lower after having been charged overnight. I contacted the vendor and said, look, the repaired scooter never worked. As soon as I plugged in the charger, it broke. They then again suggested, well, maybe the problem is my fault, like I don't know how to plug in a charger on a scooter. I assured them that that was not the case, that if we need to set up a video chat yet again to kind of demonstrate, look, the problem is internal to the scooter. It's faulty wiring, it's faulty safety mechanisms. It's just a shoddy scooter and should not be sold and purchased by anyone. They offered to give me a full refund. They finally said, well, would you like a new scooter? Which I had asked them about almost a month ago when they were repairing the scooter the first time. I really thought about it for a few seconds and thought, well, maybe I should give them the benefit of the doubt yet again. Maybe a third time of giving this vendor a chance would be the way to go. But I'm sorry to say, at this point, I'm just so frustrated with the Nanrobot, and most importantly, the amount of time that I put into this, trying to get this scooter to just function. And I think I'm grateful as well for the comments over on YouTube, because I've seen from those comments that this is a pretty common problem with this scooter, and it's not just a one-off glitch on this particular scooter, but it seems to be a manufacturing defect with a number of Nanrobot D5 Plus scooters. So I made the decision this morning, that I'm just going to go ahead and return the scooter for a full refund. I had the shipping label that the vendor has given to me to do so. And so hopefully this saga of the Nanrobot D5 Plus will come to a close. And my hope is that a better, more reputable company like Razer will design a 2,000 watt scooter to compete on the market. The Razer EcoSmart Metro, which I have back here and have owned for just a number of years and have put literally hundreds and hundreds of miles on it, if not thousands of miles. I've had to replace the batteries on it twice, but it has functioned operationally as manufactured for years. And so my trust, I think, is now with Razer, and my hope is that they'll design a competitive 2,000 watt scooter for market in the near future. If not, I'll keep my eyes open, but I cannot recommend the Nanrobot. I know some folks are big fans of this scooter, but mine has been nothing but a headache and problems to operate from the start, and potentially a safety problem as well with the almost electrocution type of issues whenever you plug it in and have that electrical pop sound, which does not sound safe. It sounds like a battery could explode kind of issue. I can't recommend it, and I'm disappointed by that because I put nearly $1,700 into the original purchase of this scooter and obviously wanted it to work, or else I wouldn't have spent that much money. At this point, I can't say that I would recommend this to anyone, and I would steer clear of Nanrobot altogether. Until there's an American company that can actually manufacture a scooter to compete with this, I would steer clear of any Chinese poorly manufactured companies.